Yesterday, when we looked at our blog post, what was wrong with just looking at this huge chunk of words? Ariane.
That it was just like, you couldn't really read it if you looked away for like a split second and you got distracted. And you look back, you wouldn't know where you were and you would skip part of it, so you would have to read part.
Absolutely. And when I was reading your blog comments yesterday, a lot of you, in fact, all of you said that. You said, you know, you lose your place really quickly when your sentences are just one hunk of paragraph. You don't understand it very well. So how did we improve this paragraph? What were you looking for when you were reading it? Shishelle?
We were looking for when animals talk or someone talk.
Change of speaker means new paragraph. Awesome. What else? Alex?
When the setting is changing, or the time is changing, or the like, I don't know what to call it, like, suspense.
The dramatic effect. Yes. But I love that he said setting changes and time changes. There's one more, and you can look down at that little blue sheet I just gave you. What is it, Ever? Speaker, place, time, topic. So let's check out that blue half sheet of paper. Please hang on to this forever, because this, no matter what you are writing, is going to help you figure out when and where to start a new paragraph. This is helping your organization. So let's look. At the top it says, when should you start a new paragraph? When you change the, say it with me, topic, time, place, speaker. And like Alex also said, you can also use a new paragraph for dramatic effect. Okay, but topic, time, place, and speaker. When we talk about changing topic, what are we talking about? Like, what does that really mean when we say changing topic? Amy.
So, changing topic means that you have one place and you go to another place.
Okay, so what you're talking about at certain parts of your writing. This is for personal narratives. This is for essays. This is for any type of writing. These four things, when you are changing topic, time, place, or speaker, new paragraph. So when we go into the computer lab, keep this with you. Because the difference with today's activity compared to yesterday, when you break the writing into paragraphs, you're going to tell me what happened in the writing to cause you to start a new paragraph. Okay? And then at the bottom it says, remember, skip a line and indent. What does it mean to indent? What is indenting, David? Okay, you start a new paragraph.
When you go down.
When you go down and you went like this. What is that? It's an indent. What key do you use on the keyboard?
Okay.
Tab. Yeah, so it's that space that shows a new paragraph. All right. On your desks is a yellow sheet of paper. And yes, this is a story. When we look at it, first of all, when you look at this, does this look very easy to read to you?
No.
Or very exciting to read to you? No.
Hard.
You need your finger. This is hard. So I also put it up on the blog because you will be using, you'll be copying and pasting again. But follow along on your yellow sheets as I read from the blog. This exact story is on the blog. So here we go. There once was a rabbit named Robbie. Wait, hold on. Actually, I forgot to tell you something. As you're listening to me reading this and as you're reading it, in your heads, if you notice a spot where you could start a new paragraph, just put a little star. So just think. Time, place, speaker, or topic change. When you put a star, it'll imply that you're indenting. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. There once was a rabbit named Robbie who believed that he was the quickest animal in all the forest. He bragged and bragged and bragged to his friends, even if they were not listening. Robbie always strolled around the forest boasting, "I'm the fastest animal on the planet. No one could ever beat me in a race." Most of the animals in the forest just rolled their eyes when they heard Robbie's ridiculous remarks. They barely paid any attention to him. They were used to his nonsense. One day, Tom the turtle was swimming in his favorite creek. He was enjoying the warm sunshine and the cool water when suddenly he heard a loud voice. "No one can beat me, I am so fast," boasted Robbie the rabbit. He was perched on a rock nearby the creek. Not even you, Tom. Tom smiled at Robbie. Okay, Mr. Rabbit, are you challenging me to a race? A race? Exclaimed Robbie. You have no chance. You are just a slow turtle. I'm a rabbit. I'm the fastest animal in all the forest. Meet here tomorrow afternoon, 1 o'clock. We shall race, said Tom the Turtle. He still smiled at Robbie. The news of the race spread quickly around the forest. The other animals were very interested in the race. Why would Tom the Turtle challenge Robbie the Rabbit to a race? Everyone knew that turtles were much slower than rabbits. At 1 o'clock the next afternoon, the animals gathered in crowds around Robbie and Tom. On your mark, get set, go! Yelled Dan the Deer. The race had begun. A few minutes into the race, Robbie looked behind him and noticed that Tom was not in sight. I will just lay down and take a quick nap, Robbie muttered to himself as he nestled up to the bushes. Tom will never catch up. Tom kept going. While the rabbit slept, Tom inched his way closer and closer to the finish line. All of a sudden, the loud cheers of the crowd awakened Robbie. He jumped up from the bushes. What's happening? He shouted. Why is everybody cheering? Tom won the race. Tom won the race, the crowd chanted. Robbie stared in disbelief as Tom crossed the finish line. You might be fast, said Tom, but slow and steady wins the race. All right, so you all have heard this story before. I just put my own little twist on it. But while I was reading to you, I was watching you guys. You know what a lot of you look like? Because it's hard to follow along. You had to use your finger to follow along in this paragraph. Now, when you go into the computer lab, and the directions are on the blog. So it says, yesterday you learned the power of the paragraph. Remember, paragraphs make your writing easier to understand. When should you start a new paragraph? When you change the topic, time, place, or speaker. So please read the following huge block of sentences. Okay, it's exactly what you just read on your yellow sheet. Then it says, copy and paste that huge, crazy paragraph into a new Microsoft Word document. Same thing you did yesterday. Break up the story into organized paragraphs. Same thing you did yesterday. And make sure you look back at this. However, here's where things change. So, remember, to copy and paste, you highlight the whole thing, right-click, hit copy, open up a new Microsoft Word document, then you right-click, and you hit paste. I would make it a little better, or bigger, so highlight it, maybe 14. Now, what you're going to do today, double space it. This is how you do that. Keep it highlighted. Right-click, and go to paragraph. You click it. Over here it says line spacing. Go to double, so it spreads it out a little bit, okay? Now, who knows where the first paragraph belongs? What do you think, Nicholas?
At the beginning of the story, it's like the word.
Before which word?
There.
So what key should we hit on the keyboard?
Yeah.
Boom. Okay. Where does that paragraph end?
At the end of
What do you think? Why did you choose listening? So it says, there once was a rabbit named Robbie who believed that he was the quickest animal in all the forest. Period. So that's one sentence. He bragged and bragged and bragged to his friends, even if they were not listening. Is that still kind of the same topic?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still talking about Robbie and how he brags. New sentence. Robbie always strolled around the forest boasting, I'm the fastest animal on the planet. No one could ever beat me in a race. Is that still talking about Robbie?
Yes.
So the topic is still happening, but what do you notice?
Someone talking.
There's dialogue. So right after listening, like Nicholas said, notice you click to the left of the R and you hit what key?
Enter.
I want you to see what just happened. When we hit enter and went down to the next line, what did Microsoft Word do for us? Tabbed it. Yesterday, a lot of you still tabbed it, and so it shoved everything over. Microsoft is trying to save you time. If you notice that after you hit enter and it tabs, just leave it. So now, what was the reason that we started a new paragraph? Amita? Speaker. So this is what you're doing today. You hit enter again, you need to leave some space. In red. So up at the top, see how it has the A underlined in a color? That tells you the color of the text you are using. Let's change it to red. Every time you make a paragraph in red text, I want you to tell us why. So what was the change in? Talking. Talking, you could say, so we change it to red. Change in speaker. That's all you have to say. So now, Robbie always strolled around the forest boasting, I'm the fastest animal on the planet. No one could ever beat me in a race. Most of the animals in the forest just rolled their eyes. What should we do at most? What is it, Ariana?
Pin, tab, open up, make a new paragraph.
Make a new paragraph. So you click to the left of the M. What key do I hit?
Enter.
It tapped it for us, indented for us. Skip another line, in red ink. What was the change in?
It was like the
So the speaker finished, right? And we already said change in speaker here. We're kind of switching what? The topic. So write change in topic. Okay? So every time you start a new paragraph, there should be what? Indent, and then what should happen between the two paragraphs? Red writing, explaining what? Why? Give us the reason why. Okay, so you'll do that. You're actually going to print to the color printer today, 5110C. After you're done, when you give all your reasons, pop your name at the top, let us know who did it, and then you can comment on the blog. Tell me everything you know about transition words. What? Transition words. Okay, so in your right hand, you need that blue sheet of paper. Not the yellow one, just the blue one. You don't need a pencil. And you guys can quietly push in your chairs and line up.